Yeah, enjoy. Hear that.
I'm just a man to tell you this, for Jesus Christ is fine
So
with
how
this.
do
It's like
you?
it's good enough to feel this way, but when the faith that came to place and more later, boy, you're gone.
Oh,
You wake up to get high, no time, wondering what you think you can say. You got me wondering why, you got you alive, got your boys going away. Now as it's time,
oh yeah, I get to run the show today.
because you never did the time trust. The one and only
Morning, morning. Miss Denny said, if you do have any questions, ask them over in that thing, and then I can answer them. So, how is everyone doing this morning? Thumbs up. We great? Yeah. I got her out of the house, out of the room. So technically, I did want to talk to you guys. I will talk to you guys, but I don't know. Has Tessa been reaching out to you guys about something today? Okay. So I have got the day. Yeah, I've got the day planned for us. I've got a 1-star diamond. I've got some balloons. She's gonna kill me that I'm making this about her because this is technically supposed to be my trip for my wakeboarding. I really don't even know if I'm gonna ride. My knee is so bad. I kind of hid it from her a little bit. It's worse than we thought. Just wanted to get her out. I just wanted to give her some time. She deserves so much. She works so hard. Um, she works way harder than I do. I don't want her job. I'd rather go to work in the sunshine, in the direct sun, and do construction for 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. I really would. The busy woman. So thank you guys all for coming on. We will still talk and stuff like that, but it's very important to me about this evening. We're going to take her out to a nice restaurant. I was going to do a surprise last night, but Tessa said, listen, let's do it Friday, get you guys some more time. It was much needed. She got a nice relaxing evening yesterday, a great meeting with you guys, so that was cool. So, thank you for everything. And I am saying thank you. Thank you all for giving my wife life, love, and happiness, support. It is truly amazing. That is one reason why I am so on board and always have been on board, is because before Ashley's big weight transformation, before saving her mom, personally, I think she saved her mom's life. She was helping people, and I've always been a big caring person. It was super attractive. She wanted to help people. And then I loved it even more when it went really directly straight towards women. I was like, listen, you don't need to get into guys' conversations. Guys, when they find out there's a problem with a woman, they snake their ways in. So I was really happy when she went to Warrior Women. But you guys are all absolutely amazing. So
that's Jenny's husband. Are they getting divorced now? No, I hope not. He looks like no, he's like I don't know, he lives in Florida. He likes to
Mike, you can mute their mic from your computer.
okay. It's Carrie. Yes. The microphone moving. That's crazy. Can you hear me? You guys can hear me, right? I didn't mute me, right? Okay. All right, cool. It's like crazy. You're all moving. Like, how do we get you just to stay? I'm looking at Tino here, then she's there. So I kind of wanted to start with saying, from a guy's perspective, it's not easy. It's not easy seeing your wife, your spouse wants something so much that takes the attention from you or the family. To be completely honest, um, it's someone who is like we're a very close family, extremely close. We don't live more than 5 feet from each other. Um, I think I think. So we've always been very tight knit, and then whenever something came in the middle and started to distract our comfort circle, I didn't like it. I was like, Jesus, you're spending more time with them. Um, it was a time thing at first, and then I went to the financial stage because we were in the situation of every penny counted. Literally, we were in an RV. You guys know this. She might not give you some of the details, but I had to work exactly 68 hours in order to get the amount of overtime where we would have every other week, we would have $43 to our name extra after our propane and our full tank of gas for 1 week. That meant we got to eat and have heat for 2 more weeks. So when she started incorporating, and I mean, at $42, I'm talking about she would roast a chicken, we would have chicken salad sandwiches, we started to eat healthy off of nothing. And she made it happen, but I was like, Abe, like how can this is crazy. The food is costing more money, the shakes are costing more money, you're not making any money. Like I've got to go to work for longer. Like, oh my God, like, and it was I got very selfish and very spiteful. Like I started to resent my job. Because my job was what depended, on everything else, and I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy going to work, and I knew I was watching the clock. That at 6, I knew everyone was leaving, but I still had 5 more hours. And that means when I got home, everyone was sleeping and I had to make my own food. It was really difficult. But I looked at her and she'll tell you, I told her, I said, listen, I believe in you. You've never let me down. I believe in you. I'm in. Stop whatever you're doing, and I'm going to do whatever it takes for our family to not suffer and struggle and to put you in the best position to succeed. When I made that decision, I started knocking off things that were negative. Obviously, I wasn't always the most positive about it. So I went along through the strides. I saw her consistency like anything else. When you show consistency, it shows confidence in people that are watching you. No one in their right mind, unless they're in such a bad position in life, is going to sign up that day, okay? Not going to happen. It's a decision that they need to make about their life. So either you're going to catch someone that's on the edge and just effing tired of it, and they're like, all right, let's roll, or it's going to take time to get people on board and to believe you because of consistency every day. I actually had someone message me about 3 weeks ago and said that they sent a meme, and it was like that one of that person doing those push-ups and like flopping their arms, and it was a joke. And they were like, oh, this is your news feed lately. And I was like, yes, you see it now. I'm flooding you. You have no choice but to see that I wakeboard, I work out, and I build some awesome stuff. You are forced to see that. But at first it was every other, Jenny was just getting into it. It was just her daily post, her daily workout, and her clean eating group. She added me in that. I was like, what the hell? That's 8 new notifications. Get me out of that. Actually, now I'm mad. I'm mad because I now plate my food. I now actually make her plate really nice. And you should see mine. It's all slopped together. I'm like, here, that's a good photo, right? Like, I got the window open for you. My biggest thing was I hated photos. I was a very conservative person, okay? I believed in a lady in the streets in the sheets. It was as simple as that. I wanted a woman who had manners and etiquette when she went out. Didn't I never would have thought I would be comfortable with the bikinis that Jenny wears today. That's serious. 5, 6 years ago, I would have had a self problem with it. It's not her problem because she's beautiful. If you can wear it like that, get it, girl. I had a problem with myself that I was insecure of something that portrayed it onto her. And I would. Oh my God. I remember when she posted her first panty pic, it was like she slept with another dude. It hurt me so badly. And it was because I have always been very prideful of my women. I have never in my life, ever slept with a woman who slept with another guy I knew. No man had ever seen my woman naked. Ever. I didn't allow it. And if it happened, I broke up with the girl. That was my woman. That's our secret. But then I took myself out of the picture and go, wait, you're getting 193 comments on this Go Girl. Not one of them are creeper dudes. You have literally funneled all of that out. By consistency, I found these out, which by consistency, that brought my self-confidence back. Because I've always trusted her. Never once have I ever had a fear that Jenny and I would ever have an issue. But it's a male perspective. It's like, oh, you're spending all this time, you're bettering yourself. Someone's telling you something good about yourself, and it's not me. So if you get any resistance from you posting pictures in your sports bras, in your workout outfits, if I'm just going to be blunt, if your boyfriend's like, I can see your vagina, these things happen, okay? It's going to happen. That's a part of fitness. And truthfully, men are perverts and disgusting. And I'm sorry. I wish they all could just be gentlemen and mind their own freaking business and respect people for wearing workout outfits. Okay. There aren't girls that watch guys work out and go, oh, his junk's jocking around right now. Okay. It just doesn't happen. And I'm sorry for that. But at the same time, it was because that's what I looked for. So maybe I was that pervert guy that when I saw a girl in yoga pants, I thought it was the God's best thing ever made. But now I respect it. You know, I went through phases even with Jenny being a massage therapist. Oh my God. I think these are all reflections of where I saw myself, how I felt about myself. And I'm never saying, Kristen knows, I'm a very confident guy. I've dated very beautiful women. I'm a pretty decently attractive guy, but I had these fears because of Shakeology, because of Beachbody. I was like, oh my God, is some thick guy going to come in? Well, I could have answered that question. Probably could have, but she's a faithful woman. But like, I built up a lot in my head because I didn't talk. There was no communication. I literally let her do her thing. I said, that's her thing. I'm not doing it. I don't want to step on her toes. I don't want to work out. I don't want to eat that crap. And I'm not, I'll support it by financially supporting it. That's my support. That did not work out. Okay. Just financially supporting it, I thought was suffice. It was the worst thing I could have ever done because that makes it a value. Then that makes it something that you can pick up and hold up somewhere. I don't care how cool you are and how awesome you think you are. One day you're going to pick that off of the shelf and you're going to say something about it. I promise. Your husband or whoever it is, if he pays for something, one day or another, it will come up. Unfortunately, that's just kind of how we are when we're angry. It could be angry at her, could have been angry at myself. In our case, it was me. I was an all-time American athlete, okay? I was the best baseball, basketball, football player you could ever get. If there's a ball, I got 3 chances, I'm going to hit you with it. I am that good, okay? I'm a very talented person when it comes to athletic ability. I got into major accidents. I've had 59 surgeries. I've broken every bone in my body except for my left pinky toe, and it was my tailbone, but I actually dislocated that last year and had a black and blue mark. Okay, thrashed my body around on dirt bikes, motorcycles. I've flown 300 feet in the air. I've died 3 times. Literally, I've been brought back. Okay, I thrashed my body around. But what I'm trying to say is, I used to live off of my old days, being elite. I lived off of that because I had a bicep muscle when I was 7 years old. Like, I had a physical formation at a young age, and I always used that. I never lifted weights. I went into 9th grade, and we had to do a physical test. I went in, I benched 185 once. I found out what the weight was, benched it once, walked away, and said, I'm done. I had weightlifting class for 2 classes for 4 years, and I slept through every one of them because I had a natural ability. And what happened was, after every surgery, I had bad recovery. It was not good. I can't touch my toes. I legit am so wound up and balled up in a muscle, I cannot touch my toes. I've never been able to touch my toes. But I can run a 4.40 right this second because of my knee. But I can still run. I've got a 44-inch vertical. As time went by, I started to, I'm still this. And then I started trying things. I got back into baseball. I wasn't as good. I knew the sport. I was better because I knew how to get around the field, but I wasn't as good. I was like 185 pounds. I was slower. I wasn't the guy that they wanted to bat first because I was overweight. So I resisted and let her do her own thing, and that did damage to me. That did damage to her because then it brought that into our relationship because she's on this rocket ship. And if you guys all saw her 3 years ago when she shredded up and hit that 6-pack, oh my God. Talk about fear that my relationship was over with. Every day. And then she was making more money. There was actually a point where I remember where I thought I had control. I was paying for it. I was supporting it. But that wasn't helping her. It was not helping her. I think that I could have helped her a lot earlier and to get further by jumping more on board. I'm going to finish up with telling you where I came on board, and then I'll let you guys go with your questions. I went on the trip with her. I went on the cruise. If Jenny will tell you anything about Mike, I go balls out. I don't play around. I go VIP. I go top notch. I don't do a normal bedroom. I do a suite with, I enjoy when I get to enjoy. I found out there was an upgrade. She said, it's an extra upgrade. I said, how much is it? She goes, there's different tiers. I said, let's go to the top. She didn't know what I was doing. She said, Mike, it's $6,000. I said, let's do it. I'll make it happen. $5,800 later, we were in like a 3,200 square foot, 2-story penthouse. There were 25,000 people waiting in line. We showed up late. We got escorted onto this boat because we had a black wristband. I was just growing my hair out, so I had a very conscious problem. I wanted to wear a hat. We went to black and white night, the white suit, tie, all that. I wore a hat and I wore an onboard bandit shirt because my money's just as green and I don't play that shit. You're not going to treat me any different because I look different. I got a black wristband on too, brother. I'm just as VIP as that person, and it happened. Why I did this is because I wanted to see what was possible. I wanted to put Jenny next to the elites. I wanted to put Jenny where I truthfully believe she deserved to be. I wanted her to get a taste where she belongs. I started to believe her, but then I saw it. I saw something. Not that these people were no different from any of you ladies. They were no better looking. They were no skinnier. They were no taller. They were no more successful. There was nothing different. They were human. They weren't super people. They were normal. They breathed the same air. They pumped the same blood. It was reality to me. I saw this guy, Jason Diebold, who then later came back to our house and wakeboarded with me and gave Jenny probably some of the best information that turned her business around. He made $30,000 that week by not working the business. I saw it. I said, wait. He goes, yeah, look, showed me his coach's account. Made $30,000 that week on vacation, the same all-inclusive vacation that I was on, okay? Mind you, guy. I don't think just so you know, there's not big guy groups out there. There's not. There are not huge guy groups. This boat was nothing but yoga pants and sports bra. Okay? I'm dead serious. There was maybe, let's just say there was 50,000 people, there was 1,000 guys. It was all women. I worked out with, I think it was Joel Freeman. I cried, ladies. I was working out with everyone, and we were working out, and I was normally doing what I did, and I'm getting the feeling that I got then. And it was at the end that I had worked out, and I looked around at these people, and they had stories I wanted to know. I got so overwhelmed. I looked at Jenny, and I was like, I don't understand. She's like, what's wrong? I was like, I'm crying. I was like, I just worked out, and I'm crying. It was so real in my face that money comes to those who do good. Money comes, okay? Money will come in any situation. People will come with consistency. If you build it, they will come. Kevin Costner was a really smart man. But when you actually see the success and that they are just normal people like you and I, and that this is possible, you have no choice but to get all on board. When I got all on board, I hated photos. Go back and look at our photos from 4 years ago. I'm non-existent. I've got a horrible face. Quick. Our last workout, I was bugging her. She wanted to be up at 6:30. I had her ass up at 5 o'clock working out. I was like, let's do these videos. Let's do them right. You'll see our angle changed from inaction to let's do it afterward. Let's do a little extra, babe. And she was like, well, I'm tired. Well, you're tired, but this is your business. You want to know why she completed the 21-day cleanse? I'm not going to sit here and take all the credit, but I did not have this. I cannot allow her to cheat herself and cheat you girls and cheat me because I'm all in. I believe in her. And if she does something and signs up for something, she better finish it. How we are in our family. It's as simple as that. You made the decision. I'm going to this wakeboarding event, okay? I'm going to take a practice run today. If I can't ride, I'm there to show support. I showed up. I signed up. I'm going to finish this. I'm showing these kids. I had parents reach out and say, hey, you're still showing up, right? Like, yeah, they're like, that's really good. You're showing these kids. That's exactly what I'm here for. Maybe I'm not here to win first place. Maybe I'm here to show these kids that you can still do things no matter what and that you got to finish what you started. Jenny always finishes what she started, okay? She is dedicated to you guys, to me, to my family. If I could really do one thing, is get Derek on with us, and I know he's 5, but I'm like, kid, I need you to get on board with me because he sees what fitness does for us. He sees what fruit and vegetables do for us. I was raised on a vegetable farm, okay? I straight up was raised on a 1,200 acre vegetable farm. I grew up picking potatoes, corn. We had 200 head of cattle. I milked. Like, I'm a farm boy, dead serious. And that's where we got our work. My grandfather did not feed us unless we worked. My mom didn't always agree with that, but we worked for our food. And our vegetables were huge. I was famous for carrying around peeler and a salt shaker. We ate the vegetables. So I love vegetables. There's only one vegetable I don't like, and it's a sweet potato. It's not a sweet potato, just so you know. It is a yam. It's disgusting no matter what you put on it. But I want him to get onto the healthy thing because I see what it does. It's changed her life. It's changed mine. And I mean, it's literally changed a little bit for every one of you ladies as well. So that's kind of, a little bit of the resistance that she got out of me. Okay. She got resistance 21-day fix. I was bringing home 21 tacos. Um, I gave her all the shit in the world and she didn't care. Okay. She did not care. She never once forced me to eat it. Actually, you want to know what she did? She made 2 separate meals, 3 sometimes because Derek was different. And then it might have been time for the dogs. Okay. I can't believe she put up with that crap. I'm thankful. I was always open to things. I got more verbal. I'm a big fan of I'll eat anything. Okay. I really will. If I don't like it, I eat it first. And I messed up and I told her that. It was like, you don't like that. I was like, you're right. I don't, but I'm going to eat it because that's on the plate. I'm never going to be one to not eat. Where I grew up is you ate what was on the table or you didn't eat it all. And that was a financial thing. But I was always open to new things. Like I am the biggest fan of pearl couscous. Like, I don't know what you guys think about it, but I could eat it every day with cauliflower and broccoli all day long. So I might have been a little easier to come across because I love that she helps people. It is the most attractive thing to do is give your all. I love that she gives you guys more, and don't take this the wrong way. She gives you more attention than she gives me, but I've got her for the rest of my life and I sleep next to her and I'm thankful for what she gives you ladies. Like you never taking my place, but I could never take yours. So that's always, I like the fact that she helped you guys clean eating. Obviously, the food's amazing. I don't think there's ever really been much that I haven't liked. So I've been pretty open-minded about that. Working out, I was resistant constantly. But mine was, I told you, I still had a bicep, but I didn't have a 6-pack. But I didn't like myself. So now you see pictures of me and I don't wear a shirt. I'm proud of where I'm at 36 years old and I'm not done. So that changed, that's for the better. So no matter what, I would say is stick with it. Maybe what could help is your consistency and don't care about his reaction. Don't care. He's going to be negative about some things unintentionally. Okay. It could be work. It could be his attitude. It's not you. Okay. You're doing a positive thing. And if he loved you, cares about you and supports you, there's no way he's angry with what you're doing. Okay. So if you come across and you're like, I signed up a coach today. This is a great example. Jenny would come to me and say, I signed up a coach today. I'd be like, okay. And now what you're supposed to do? Like, I built a freaking house. That's what I went to work for. Like, okay. But after time, she would continuously do that. And now I ask her, hey, so, got anybody new? I ask her, and actually sometimes it pisses her off because she's like, no, I'm at -2 this month. And I'm like, well, if you can know where to get knocked down, where to start better from the bottom, So now I'm interested. I look and I'm like, okay, so now we have Bethany, or now I've seen Brittany on here a few times, and Miss Perez, Miss Nicole. This is someone new, or I'm getting to now. We talk when Jenny and I talk. I'm like, oh yeah, Becca. We talk about you like we know you, and like we've been kicking it for years. And now she's like, oh, my cousin Amanda. Now I know who your brother is, your father. I'm invested. I'm so invested in her because I think it brings her more confidence. I watched her for a long time sit on a video with just her and her mom. Okay. But I also see her post of one-on-ones and her worry. No matter if she says it's a lot, she loves it. Tessa was like, hey, I'm going to take away this morning. I said, don't do that. Do not do that. That gives me time to do my work. That gives her her time to get jacked up for the day. She needs you just as much as you need her. So I'm thankful for everyone in her life. But at first, obviously, like I said, it takes time from you, and you get all negative about things. And sometimes it's just a reflection of you being jealous with the time that's taken away from your relationship. Um, Obviously, before Shakeology and Beachbody, it was just you guys or whatever you were doing. Um, so just be patient with them. They'll come around. It's not always snap, crackle, and pop that they're going to get into it. It will happen. Or truth, truth bomb, or you're going to leave them. Straight up. I'm not asking for divorces or breakups, but it's only a matter of time before someone sees themselves and sees their value and sees their worth, and they're doing so good while this other person is not, that it's going to cause friction that could end things. I would say that Shakeology or Beachbody has a high rate of divorces. And one of the main couples just got divorced. And you want to know why, in my opinion? They didn't know each other. They weren't invested in each other. Marriages that go downhill after that long, and they say that, they didn't know each other, because if they did, when they got locked in with each other, they wouldn't have went at each other's neck. Quarantine didn't change Jenny and ours relationship. It actually made it stronger, because I couldn't leave for those 8 hours. Now, if you know me, I can't sit still for this long. My hands are moving down here. My feet are tapping. I drive around sometimes, and Tessa gets mad during my mic drop hour, because my mind's going 155 miles an hour ahead of you guys. Like, it's going nuts. But it's worth it. Slow down. I didn't want to. I said this last night. I saw her on this rocket ship, and I was watching the same videos, and we started sitting down and watching the same videos. And it all started with, let's sit down, let's watch some videos. You write down what you get from this, I'll write down what I get from this, and let's compare notes. When you're listening to a self-motivation video, you're not going to bring up negative things that you found in the video, because there isn't negative. So then your conversation is positive. Now, don't get me wrong, sometimes, because we saw maybe two sides of something, it could have started somewhat of a debate. But a debate about positive things can never go wrong. So just stay consistent with them. Understand that it's taking time from them, and men are very selfish. We want all of your attention at every second. You're our wives. You're with us forever. We're just big, big babies, okay? No matter what any of them want to say, we are a bunch of big babies that just want to be taken care of. Capable of taking care of ourselves, but some are worse than others. Some of us couldn't live without our spouses. That's kind of the gist. That's about half of our conversation here, was just me wanting to tell you how I overcame some things, the things that popped up with me, my concerns, the photos, the public seeing her in these underwear and bra and all of this stuff. And then seeing the other side of it. The financial is there. The fun is there. The fitness is awesome. There's no negative about it. So first full circle came around. So it's actually kind of perfect timing, because she just walked in. So we stop lifting her up, and you ladies can start asking me questions. We'll just, do you unmute you, or I don't have any audio? That was Becky, I think, like an hour ago.
Oh.
I was telling them about what I went through, even with your first post in your underwear, and how I felt.
Ooh.
Or yeah, just literally how when we only had $40 a week, and that took up, $22 a week or whatever it is, ladies. whatever for us to get our Shakeology, and she's all about her Energize. And I don't even think we weren't capable of recovery and stuff like that for years in.
One or the other.
Like you use paper plates for sliders. Like someone messaged her last night and said, "How did you work out in an RV?" Well, you just worked out. You move shit out of the way. That's a simple answer. You
Went
get it done.
outside.
You push play, and you get it done. You show consistency. So if you show consistency in your challengers, your husbands and your boyfriends are going to see the same consistency. Imagine your husband being that cold call. Okay? They're not always going to say yes right off the bat, unless they're at the point where life is at that point where they want to make the change too. Treat your husband or your spouse like that cold call and understand that it ain't going to happen overnight. It's going to take 100 calls. It's going to take 9,000 repetitive conversations. It's like your kid. Remember, I told you we're just a bunch of big kids. Dangle the bait and get us to the zone. Dangle the bait all the way with consistency. Keep doing you. Meanwhile, we're over here doing whatever the hell, and don't even care. Don't even talk down. Do your thing. Stay strong on your side, and eventually, one or two things is going to happen. Dude's going to catch up. Dude's going to fall really far behind, and then it's adios from there on out. And then whatever you find from there on out, probably going to be a better situation. Most of the dudes are going to be mad at me for some of the stuff I'm telling you, but I care less.
You're thinking this shit.
I care less. I'm going to give you every tip and trick to a dude's mind to where we can build a battle of a bunch of BAs. All right. Like it's all of the problems that guys will have or do have or bring up are things that they have learned and taught themselves to build walls of insecurity. Own insecurities. How could you be upset that your wife is helping other people, other women? She's bettering her life, which is bettering your life, which is bettering your family's life, which is there is no bad about this. If you can name one bad thing about this, right over there is the comment thing. What could it be? Besides leaving the bad behind, the bad weight, the bad eating habits, the bad personal problems, you don't know how to deal with your anxiety or stress. What do we got here? We got some. That was perfect, Mike. Thank you, my husband's. So I'm hopeful. Great. Jeremy was the same when I posted my first results. Yeah, well, and Tessa, Jeremy's a country boy. I was raised in the same, a lady in the streets, a freak in the sheets, but no one knows that but us. And not that Jenny was I've never told anyone what they can do, but I was like, oh hell no. But don't get me wrong, bikini showed more, but those are your panties, girl. Like that does not have polka dots. What? Like it drew me nuts. But that was because of me. My insecurity from somewhere past in my life, probably my insecurities that I was a cheater in the past. That could happen. Now, 8 years ago, but that thing's still in your head when something new arrives. It's gonna pop up. It's your woman's getting sexy. Not this Jenny. And actually, craziest thing, I used to tell Jenny all the time. She would show me pictures at her. Say this, but it was her heaviest. I used to tell her that was when she was her sexiest. Imagine how that felt to her when she's trying to lose weight. When I told her at her heaviest, I thought she was her most attractive. What a jerk. Like, what a mind. Like, here, let me throw a bomb into whatever you're doing and just blow it up right now, right? Like, any confidence that you're building, just blown out. So getting on board with that was, giving her the compliments that she deserved. I never didn't think these things. Of course, I have eyes. I have a very beautiful wife, And I saw these transformations. So just some comments weren't necessarily needed. Any other questions, or do you guys have anything? We got? Oh, there is one. There we go. He says he likes me thicker. Okay. Maybe that's something that, you know what? Jenny actually weighs the same amount now that she did in that photo. That's the crazy part. So it was like being fit and not fit is completely different. It is, he will respect what he gets being fit. Trust me, it's it's learned. It's learned. It's our stereotype. It's our type. Like, I used to say, hey, I was an ass guy, not a boobs guy. I liked a girl with butt, not boobs. Me and Jenny are both like, where did they go? I'm okay with it because I was like that in the beginning, but now it hurts her feelings. She's still got a great butt, obviously. I'm still doing pretty good here. But I think it was kind of maybe something that they've always said. Maybe that's it, because I would say it too, like, hey, I liked you and you had a little more meat on your bones. There was one time, what was the one workout that you did where it was like you got really down? Yeah.
Quarter-force.
She did quarter force, and it was, there's a lot of weight
I
loss.
got down to 120 pounds.
Yeah.
At
And
5'8", it was just
she was pretty skinny.
too skinny.
I could see right between her legs, like there was no thigh touching. And I was always very unattracted to the muscular look. I liked a lady. So when she started getting jacked, I was like, okay, dude, like, bro, for a long time, I was like, bro, chill out, bro. I called her bro for a long. What a douchebag, right? What a way to not support her. Like, she's doing something positive. She's doing something positive, but yet here I am saying something when now I love her shoulder definition. It is the most sexy thing. To be able to put a necklace over in her collarbones right there are so attractive. She wouldn't have that if she wasn't doing T20 and all these workouts. She wouldn't have that. But my mind used to say, too skinny, too this, too a girl with biceps is nasty. No, a girl with biceps works out and has her eating plan going. She's probably pretty organized at home. I can go down the list of how I think people are, how I think you guys are, how I can assume your lives are because you work out. I think that people that work out live differently from people that don't. You could probably agree that your life was completely different before you worked out. It's almost like I believe people that drive bad probably beat their wives and kids. It's just my opinion. Like, if you're a jerk on the road, you're probably a jerk at home. Pretty much. If you're a good, positive person working out, you're working out, you're healthy, you're out there probably promoting health too, correct? Kind of see where I'm going on that one. I'm pretty harsh, but I really don't like bad drivers. I have 2 turn signals. But let's see. Any other questions? Any other situations that you're coming? Maybe I didn't explain some that you are coming into that. Stay off the 59. Yes. Yeah. Anywhere.
Okay, I posted a question.
Your question. What makes me feel appreciated in the relationship? Ooh, what makes me feel?
Ooh.
I'm really okay. So this is actually
I'm
something.
taking notes on this one.
Her and I just talked about this. She's doing it right now. I want someone to be my fan. No one's ever been my fan. I came from no one. I came from a foster family that didn't care about me and only cared about the money. I was the kid that was always the best at football and baseball. And I think I was only good because I wanted someone to see me. My mother never watched my games. My family never cared. They never showed up. So to have someone that like cares and that roots me on in life is probably one of the coolest things in the world. It's something I've never had. It's a feeling she gives me that nothing or no one has ever been able to get me. No one on my team. I've been on multiple teams and there's great camaraderie, but there's no one been in the stands with that Go Mike sign. If you've never had that, and mind you, I was an All-American 4 times in 4 different sports. Yeah, the state said I was great. Yeah, colleges since I was 12 sent me papers. Yeah, I've got history and records and all this stuff, but there was no one to congratulate me. There was no one to pat me on the back and say, good job. At the end of the day, I had a ball on a wall. So what she gives me is something that I've never had before. And it's the love, the attention. I feel like I'm on top of the world when I'm with her, no matter what she's doing. I think she does the same for you guys, but she's my #1 fan. And when it brings my son into it, it melts my heart. I get nervous because I never want to let them down. I hurt my knee, and the first thing I did is looked at those guys, and they said, we got to carry you out. I said, I got to walk this off, guys. I said, my son's watching me. There's someone watching me, someone that cares about what happens. When usually I would have let them take me to the hospital, and guess who would have picked me up? Nobody. I released myself at 13 years old from the hospital with a broken collarbone and a concussion. I was knocked out unconscious. Nobody was ever there. She's always there. She's always rooting for me. If you can root for anyone, root for your spouse. It feels so good. I do it to her because I pump everyone up. I'm everyone's #1 fan. I really am. But no one's ever been mine. And it's the best feeling in the world when your wife and your son think you're more amazing than the pros. I feel like I am a pro every time I get off that dock. I hear her do videos and she gasps out of fear like a mother would. My own mother didn't do that. That's pretty cool, right? That's a good feeling. If that's a pretty good answer, right? Not too bad. Probably the last thing you ever thought you were going to hear. Let's see here. How do I get my husband to give me a compliment? Is it love language? We learned each other's love language. Okay. Nicole. Where you are. How do you get your husband to give me a compliment? Are you shooting for him? Just give me a yes or no. Are you shooting for him? Don't do it, girl. Don't ever expect anything. Do you? He's gonna compliment. The sexier you feel about yourself, the sexier he's gonna feel about you. There were times where Jenny didn't always feel attractive, but she was. I didn't give her the compliments that she deserved, but when she gave them to herself, I gave them to her. Give them to yourself. You deserve them. When you walk around, damn, look at that ass. I did that workout today. One less dimple, baby. Let's do it. Whatever it is, compliment yourself. How about this? If you want someone to smile, smile, right? If you want someone to compliment you, compliment yourself. Compliment yourself by a little bit of, I'm not saying you're not consistent, but wear a little less. Hike up those shorts whenever he's right there. I cannot be in the room when Jenny works out. One of the hardest thing to do is working out with your wife when you want to make love to your wife because she's so hot next to you working out. And it's the confidence that she holds. You don't think that she doesn't point out her outfit when she works out with me as opposed to you guys? You must be crazy because I do. She's like, what's that? I'm like, I ain't wearing boxers, baby. Like, let's do this. We're doing leg shakers. Heidi's Amelia, he's barely built my relationship. But just put it out there. Let me ask you this. How long have you been together? 18 years? Get it out there. Get it out there. He's got blinders on. He's that horse in a pasture. It's not that he doesn't see you. He's just blinded. Other things in life. Make it a point. Make it a program that you aren't going to. And now when you do this, you're going to get shut down, turned down, negative reactions, but you cannot stop. That's the consistency that's key. It's not just working out. It's not caring his reaction. So what if he doesn't give you a compliment? Now, I don't say that as in he better, but so what? I know I am fine. That's my husband of 18 years. That mother effer better realize, and he will. Get it out there. Get it into his head. Get those blinders off of him. Maybe at 18 years of marriage, you need to tear his ass up one night. Be something different. Get fierce on him. Go put your confidence in his face. That will help amazingly. I guarantee it. Hope that's a good reply. Let's see here. What's the favorite part of my relationship? We are young, wild, and free, and age does not mean shit. We are so open and free to fun, adventurous. Jenny wasn't always that way, but with me, you need a mouthpiece, a life jacket, and a helmet. It's as simple as that, because some shit's going down. We're going to have fun. We're going to smile, but the road's going to get bumpy. I mean, what guy loses everything in a hurricane, grabs 4 other guys and some chainsaws and says, let's go into another one? Me, because I'm nuts. Now, I was trying to help people, but I didn't think about anything else except for, boom, I make rash decisions. I'm never on the fence about anything. I'm either all in or all out. That's simple. And what I've always loved about our relationship is that I can come home and say, I've had a bad day. Let's go on a vacation. Your job is traveling. Let's roll. We are very random, young, wild, and free people. I think that we have melted well together because I brought her out of a shell that she never wanted in the first place. And she brought me in a shell that I needed. I needed guidance, and I needed someone strong to be able to tell me no, and to shut that heck up every now and then. So that, I would say, is my favorite part, is that we equal each other out, but we're also just young, wild, and crazy, and we just don't care. We just want to have fun and help others. Let's see. Capricorn. Hey, I'm a Capricorn. Yeah, strong Capricorn. Really strong. Any other questions? Keep them flowing. We can go over. I got something to do. Let me think. What are some other things that kind of came up? What are the biggest excuses your spouses are giving you that they won't work out with you? Is it time? Is it they're already strong?
So Teddy's excuse is that he was forced to do sports in high school and stuff like that, so he doesn't enjoy the workout portion of it. And then he also does a lot of manual labor through work. So by the time he's home, he's tired. I mean, he does collision auto body repair, so it's like he's lifting motors and engines all day long. So he's like, I'm working out all day. It's not that I wouldn't enjoy working out with you, but by the time I get home, I'm kind of spent.
Right. All right. So check this out. I said the same thing. I said, but I just built a dock. I can lift a 65-pound 2x12x16 with one hand, baby girl. I'm badass. I'm strong. I don't need to work out. Okay. Want to know something crazy? I started working out before work. Work got easier. That board that was always possible became a twig. I got up earlier. I worked out before I went to work. Don't get me wrong, first 7 or 8 days, I was at work like, dang, man, my arms are, I'm screwing 2,000 screws in a day. And I'm like, oh my God. Or actually, if you guys saw, I was doing a ceiling job where I was working above my head and I'm sitting there and just hating the amwa. Like, dude, my shoulders are killing me. But I saw my job getting easier. Now, the hard part you're going to overcome or have to overcome is someone forced sports on him. I knew a kid when I was younger. He literally, all of our families played, okay? All of the kids played. His parents forced him. He committed suicide at 17 years old out of his mom's vehicle going down the highway. Do not force your kids to do something that they do not want to do just because you failed at it. Because I said something to Jenny the other day. I said, I wonder if Derek's ever going to wakeboard. I could care less. I don't care what that kid does. All I care is that he puts in 120% and he never quits. I don't care what he does. I do not want my son following in my footsteps because they hurt. Okay? So that's going to be a little difficult, but maybe try the morning. It's kind of hard because I understand he probably is up at 5, 4 o'clock in the morning. It's not going to be easy. Try something simple. Maybe it's not core de force or whatever. It could be the program. Okay. I got into the work, lift for core de force and shift shop because I like training because I did sports. I like that intense training and I'm good at it. Like I know all that stuff. I didn't do any of the other workouts. Shanti, that is not for me. That is one peppy little spry son of a gun. Like, holy crap. I turned it on. I was like, get out of here. No, thank you. So mine was always the trainer. I'll never not work out again. I'm all about the work. I hope he comes out with other ones. The hybrids, I'm not really big on. I believe that gives you a rest from what he's really trying to form. But don't let that discourage you. In time, maybe you start waking up a little earlier. Maybe you do your workout early and set the tone. Not saying you have to, but that may help. Let's see here, Bethany. No, okay, hold on. Let me go back to Karen. Dr. Karen. Can't see your face. That's okay. Dr. Karen, that is BS. Don't let him use that the Army made him hate it. They only did PT twice a day, and it wasn't even that bad. And most people went to PT drunker than shit, hungover. Don't let him. He has built that up. I can't see you or your reaction, but don't. And if you're right there, boss, don't do that, brother. Don't do that. I know plenty of other vets that still do their PT, and the Army did that for them. It's definitely not. That's a really horrible excuse, but get over that one. Send them to me. We'll chop that up, eat that out, spit that up because Chris High is in the military and he's doing his workouts, his PT, and his 22 push-ups every day. Okay? I'm just saying John Wayne Walden with one leg works out every day. Chris Kyle worked out until the day he passed away. You know, that's the worst excuse. If the military taught you anything, was that you need to stick to that because that's what makes you healthy mind, healthy soul, healthy body, healthy relationship, healthy life. So I'm just going to be very quick with that one. Dr. Karen, I'm very sorry. Send them to me. Add them into my group. I'll eat that up, spit it out like it's freaking kill. That is insane. I'm sorry for that one. That one kind of pissed me off. Sorry. All right, Karen, my fiance. Where is Miss Karen? I'm going to go through each one. Can't. No, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, wait, no. Oh, Bethany. That was Bethany. This is kind of funny, right? Bethany, your fiance says the same thing too, as in he says the work, like he has to go to work and the physical. What is he saying as well? Sorry. I'm just
Um,
catching
he was in the army, so like,
Oh.
he doesn't like to run because that like was really hard on his body.
Oh, the
Um,
runs. I mean, the running part's understand. I get that part. The running, cool. But ladies, you do know there's a 22 mission, or there's a 22 hardcore. It's literally just like they were in the military, and that may not help if they have this dislike. I'm not. Let me rephrase. Like, there are people that just didn't like it, and that's okay. But I'm not going to accept that excuse from them, from a soldier, from a vet to a vet. It's not going to happen. Okay. I believe that they're better than that, and that is an excuse that we gotta overcome somehow, some way, because don't run. I get that. I don't prefer to run. I can run. I don't run, so I don't. I do it in other ways. I mean, you can do another workout that doesn't mimic the military. So hopefully that we'll work on that. Let me get with some other people and figure out some other angles, because that's very odd. Usually it's the opposite. Usually those that have been in the military go to court. They go straight to uh, what is it? Kettlebells and what's that workout that CrossFit is huge for the military. A lot of my buddies that came out of the military, they now own CrossFit gyms, or they're big elite CrossFit guys. So it's there. It's possible. Maybe something bad happened. Maybe it's a knee or an injury that we can get around with a different workout. Maybe they just need another guy in the military to work out with them. So maybe we can get a little military group going. Maybe it's not that they don't want to do it. Maybe they miss the camaraderie of being in the military, and that reminds them of their brothers and sisters that they had. And maybe some of them have passed, or they just don't have them around anymore. So maybe it's not the workout. Could be a little deeper in their minds with the military problem. So I'll dig in and I'll get some information for sure about that one, because my first instinct, I apologize, was BS. I do apologize. Yeah, keep leading, keep being the platoon leader. Do that. If you lead, he better follow. Let's see. I just want. Makes me feel self-conscious about that. I just don't want. I'm to. Corey, explain just a little bit. What do you mean, sweetheart?
I just don't want him to work out with me, because that's what you guys were talking about, because he makes me feel self-conscious about my body.
So is he physically fit?
No.
Okay. So does he make comments?
I mean, the whole reason that I started working out was because he said he wished I looked like I did when we got married.
Okay. So I'm very sorry, and nobody should ever hear that. That is very horrible for someone to say to someone else. So, and as a reflection, I don't feel bad when I say this now. It is a reflection of himself. Okay? I'm looking at you right now. You're a beautiful young lady. Tell him he needs to be who he was when you married his ass. That is horrible to say to someone that you are married to. So what you need to do, and what I'm going to challenge you to do, is work your ass off. Shove it in his face. Don't work out with him. Work out. I would shut the game off, or work out right while he's watching the game. Halftime show right in your face, homeboy. And every squat, I am gonna be better. What? Like, be who I was when you married me. Do you give it to me? Like, man, that's horrible. I feel very, very angry at that one, and send him my way as well. consistency is going to work out on that. You don't need him to work out with you, but he needs to work some stuff out by himself, and it ain't just some weights. I'm just going to let you know that, okay? And he might need my group a little bit because he might need a little wake up and smack, because you don't talk to someone that way unless you're angry at yourself, okay? You're bettering yourself. You're doing an amazing thing for yourself, for your family. There is no negative that should ever be said about that. Once again, I am very sorry. And keep that why in your mind and use it as fuel. But you've got to find the line before it turns into resentment. Because you do not want to resent the reason why you work out is because of him. You want to work out because of you, because you resent the way that he talks to you. Because no one should ever talk to someone that way. I'm very sorry. And I think we all are giving you an amazing big virtual hug. I'm sorry that I keep saying that. I don't understand how a male could say that. I respect females. Yeah, it's literally he wants to look the way he did as well. Can you give me a thumbs up if he does not as well look the same? Thank you. Do not take that upon yourself. Lead the way, he will follow or fall behind. It might not be easy, but like anything else, the hard work will pay off, and working really hard pays off. I promise you, okay? Hopefully that was a good answer. I'm going to keep going. Let's see here.
I'm gonna add into like the guys working out with the girls. So Jeremy won't work out with me because I've been working out and he has seen the programs I do. Because he's like, are you trying to kill yourself today? Because I've done the work, I've done the prep, like, I went through the whole 80-day obsession.
Mm-hmm.
For him, it's a confidence issue that he doesn't want to work out with me because he's comparing and he doesn't want me to outshow him. And I know that's what it is. He doesn't want me. He feels like his self-confidence of like, because he's a heavy diesel mechanic. So every day he's like lifting stuff, and to him, he's a big, strong guy, and he is a strong guy.
Yeah.
But the workouts are intimidating to him.
Yeah.
And he will not work out with me because it's that lack of self-confidence of he doesn't want me to show him up and show that he's weak in that area. But he has been working out and he's been doing like the 10 rounds, but he does it when I don't work out.
Okay. Maybe that's a good point that you can not always, you don't always, okay. I did not like working out with Jenny until the last week or two of the work. And same reasons in a sense, not really. We're competitive, okay? And I'm just going to sit here and tell you there are some things that she can do that I cannot do. But there are some things that I can do that she can't do. She just can't keep up with certain things. There's certain things I can't do that she can do. Get over that, for one. I'm not flexible. The quicker you get over that, the quicker you're going to beat yourself up. For two, we turned it into a challenge. I saw her once tried to catch up with some leg work, and it wasn't working, so I went faster. Some guys aren't competitive, and when they are, they're sore losers. They always want to win. They definitely don't want to be beat by a woman or whatever this bull crap is. My easiest answer is get the F over it, dude. Get over it. And if you are, it's a reflection. They're holding up a mirror of their confidence. And it's looking right back at them going, dude, you can't do this. You can't do this. She can, though. She's doing it. But I can't do it, and this sucks. So why would I go get my butt kicked in front of my wife? But in the end, it's showing the support that she needs. If each one of you could do one full program with your spouse, change a whole lot. And you know it. You know it. You're like, dang it. Like me with wakeboarding. I try to get everyone to do it. 99% of the time, they don't want to do it. but it's because I want them to feel the way that I feel. You guys are doing the same. You guys are wanting them to feel this amazing confidence and boost that you're feeling. I get it. I do it. I love it now. I want it. I can't go without it. I'm like, it's like my coffee. But it wasn't always that easy. I did the same. I was like, oh my God, I'm always lifting. But we call that on the job site redneck strength. And that's not going to get you anywhere in a workout. Because I tell all my guys, I be working out trying to recruit guys at the job site. And they're like, man, I'm like, I will run circles around you. Not only will I outlift you, but you can't beat me on the treadmill. I will outwork you. Now, doing that straight from the job site, impossible. With having a trainer and doing things, let me see any one of your husbands do 75 jammers with 3-pound weights. I'll give them threes and let them do jammers 75 reps. I don't care how many engines they lift and replace, how many exhausts they suck on all day long. They're going to be dead by 40. That is a guarantee. It's because you're working muscles that you're not always working doing these engines. And once I found that out, and I found out that working out helped my work, and it helped my wakeboarding, it was over. When I found out that my upper body was stronger and I could pass the handle, it was over. So maybe finding their why, maybe finding something that they could move it into. Maybe with Teddy and Tessa, hey, you wouldn't be as tired at the end of the day if you just work out in the morning. And I'm telling you, you wouldn't. I worked out for an hour in the morning, worked for 10 hours, and had so much energy at the end of the day. I was a better father. Not that I wasn't, but I spent more time dedicated with my son, and I gave Jenny those extra hours when I came home instead of coming home and going, I've been tossing wood all day long. Give me something to eat. I was wasting time, 86,400 seconds a day. What are you going to do with yours? I started maximizing my time because I found something, and it was wakeboarding, and the workout made it better for my life. My wife, wakeboarding, it turned full circle. So maybe find his why. Dr. Karen, I am a recovering alcoholic. I have been sober since January 5th. I had enough. I was at my heaviest weight. I was drinking for no reason. That's a tough one. That's really tough battle. You're going to want to have to quit. An addiction is really, really tough. I never worked out when I was drinking. There was no reason. But I quit drinking because I wanted to work out. Jenny put the equivalency in front of my face. Every night I was eating 3 loaves of bread. But I couldn't get rid of my gut. I had the legs, I had the biceps. I've never had to work them out, but I had this gut. I didn't understand it. Well, I was eating 3 loaves of bread every night, or drinking 3 loaves of bread every night. What the hell is that going to do to anybody? It's not my metabolism. I'm not like, oh my God, dude, I was packing on carb, and then I was like, well, I'm just not going to eat for a couple of days. Yeah, that's smart. So then your body's storing all these carbs, which I'm regularly getting every night, and sometimes more and more. And then that progressed into waking up at 7, 8, my work falling behind, job sites falling behind, money coming up missing money on jobs because I just wasn't in tune. So the alcohol part is going to be tough. Stick with it. I believe you are the social, having, like, you guys social drink? And is that the one, Miss Jenny? Miss Karen is trying to not do the social drinking? No? Okay. Sorry. Never mind then. That was someone else. Do you drink as well?
Not anymore. I was drinking a little bit here and there, but no, I quit basically January 1st when I quit smoking.
Okay. And did he have plans to, and then kind of fell through on them like 99% of the people at January 15th? So he just enjoys, is it like, I've come home from work, I'm going to have a couple cold ones? Or is it like, is he trying to forget something? I try to forget.
Probably forgetting stuff. He's drinking like whiskey every night.
Oof, oof. Yeah. Okay.
Beers.
I'm I think I'm 5, almost 6 years sober off of the hard stuff. I drink it like water. I drink it like beer. That stuff is the devil. All right. It is no good for nobody. And I was straight bourbon ginger ale, a gallon a day. When Jenny went into birth, I had a 90-ounce drink of straight bourbon. I almost passed out. I had to have the oxygen, not because I was freaking out, because I was drunk as shit during her birth. Yeah, not a proud moment. I was a horrible alcoholic. That's consistency. That's maybe just digging into another part of the life, popping on some self-development. My big thing was I saw my mom dying. My mom is literally dying as we speak. My birth mother, she's deteriorating as we see. She was wasted at my wedding. I hadn't seen my mom sober in 36 years. And the day of my wedding, the day before my wedding, she was sober until about 10 a.m. and we sat there and I felt like I was 5 again. I had my mother back. We danced to some Paula Abdul. We had such an amazing time. And then she was like, oh, well, we need to go get some vodka. And it made me realize that there is an issue. There is an addiction. Not everyone can just quit like I can. Okay, I cold turkey. Like I said earlier, I'm on the fence or I'm off. There is no in between for me. So when I said I wanted to wakeboard, I went all in. When I said I don't want to drink, I don't drink. And it's that quick. It's instant, immediate. So don't expect that from him, but lead the way. Once again, maybe,
There was an ultimatum.
yeah,
As well.
maybe an ultimatum. Honestly.
He hates ultimatums.
Right.
He would choose
No one does.
alcohol over me. No question.
And I mean, no child likes to be sent to their room, but it does them good. Am I right? It's tough.
So, Karen,
Yeah.
I know you're trying to move back to Ohio. Is he moving with you?
He doesn't know yet, and at this point I honestly don't know if I want him to. So
I would just,
yeah.
Freedom right there.
you know what to do.
This is your ultimatum, Dr. Karen, and I'm assuming you're going to have a doctor because it doesn't matter. You are going in the right direction in life with your mind, body, and soul. Stay focused on you. You're in a very selfish game and you need to get even more selfish. And this is coming from a guy. Focus on you and he will follow or fall behind. And I swear to God, no matter what, wherever you're going, good is going to happen. That's either he's going to change for good or you're going to find better. And that's going to be tough because nothing is easy. But surgery to get rid of a mole is never easy, but then you're a little bit more beautiful afterwards, they say. Think of it as taking away of something that's holding you back. Not easy. Give him the ultimatum. Don't give him the choice to make it up for himself. Say, listen, I'm going back to Ohio sober. You're either coming back to Ohio sober with me, or you can stay here and get your shit together. I love you. I want this to work out, but you got some shit to work on. Really got nothing to do with me, sweetheart, and you need to just grab up and roll and give him he needs an aha moment, and he needs to be alone, and he needs to sit and get real deep and real dark with his own thoughts and make a decision. And it's either going to be, I need to get my shit together, or this is the shit I want to do for the rest of my life. And that's got nothing to do with you. You're doing great things. You're doing amazing things. So keep that positivity because you're reflecting nothing but gold. It's got nothing to do with you of what he does with himself or his actions, I promise. It's definitely a huge reaction of him. Keep positive about yourself. Keep motivated about yourself. Keep your self-confidence and your consistency going, and that's what's going to get you through it, not him. Not him. So, hey, he can say, whatever he wants. There's been a million other people out there that have been an alcoholic and quit. Okay. If someone can do it, we can do it. Success has left us little keys. We just got to pick them up along the way. So hopefully, I hope that you get through that in the best way possible. And I think I see that with you doing it with all the strength that you have. Sleeping in at 9:20, send them my way. Gotta get some sleep. All right, Tiffany, see you later. This makes sense. Grow the confidence. Yes. I'm just going back through. I know it's kind of late. We've been on for a while. Let's see here. Dwayne was so angry at the beginning. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But now Dwayne, I saw his pictures. Okay. I'm going to tell you what I see, ladies. I'm going to go with Miss Kristen Cole. Her first photo was a picture of her face, and it was very angry. She was not comfortable. 3 weeks later, she showed her bra. She showed her bikini. 5 weeks later, she showed her whole body. That was a sign of confidence building. That was a sign of change. That never would have happened if you didn't have consistency. You didn't listen. Don't listen to the people on the outside. So that, to me, I watched these things. I've watched Dwayne. I watched some of his. Okay, I have one that I told Jenny, I go, ooh, it's working. And he would have these shitty ass poses. His form was horrible. I wanted to comment and be like, bro, you're not even working out. Like, how do you work? You're a Sparky. That's how you work on a construction site? I would be on your ass. So I watched his poses and I knew what he was going through. I'd been there. And he's like, and then I saw it, and he grabbed that ass. he grabbed that ass, and it wasn't like, let's just touch this butt. It was something changed in him at that very moment. It wasn't that, because he's a rabbit. We know this. We did that. It was the workout. It was the change in that moment when he had either a good workout and had some confidence that he didn't tell you about, like he either made some moves that impressed himself, but he took it out on you, and you lit up like the 4th of July. I seen it. I seen the post. I showed Jenny. I was like, oh, they are at it. I was like, yes, it's working. Like, I love seeing Carrie. I love seeing Brendan. It's Brandon or Brendan?
Brandon. I actually just did this last night.
It's Brendan.
Brendan. Okay.
Yeah.
I love seeing Brendan. Brendan and we vibe so well because he is just a nonstop. He is a no excuse kind of guy like me. He's like, listen, man, you got to get up. Ain't nothing coming for free. But I've watched him change, and I've watched his self-confidence grow and grow. And actually, I told him the other day, I was like, it's getting a little too big. You don't need to be doing 45s just yet. Because he's like, I just want more. I want more. And I go, well, let's work. Think about being able to do, I did that too. I was doing 25s and doing these major 25s. But then I was only doing 8 reps with 25s and really incorrect when I could get 15s and do 25 and do them correct. So I was talking with him, but to see the change is so cool. One that I had noticed, and she's not, no, she is. No, she's not. What's her name? She came down. Shelby. Shelby has had a change that was always so cool to me. Shelby, if you see this later on, I watched it happen with the work. You did these workouts. You were a runner, so you always knew you had endurance. You didn't get much out of any workouts for the last year or two. You just didn't. You got pushed. You got some results, but you could see that she wasn't satisfied. Okay, you could see there was a lack of something. Like running gave her more than the workouts, but she knew, because she saw all of you getting crazy results and loving it. She hit the work, and if you guys have seen that girl change, 180. She has got a kick-ass attitude. She is fierce. She's not just the lady from Pleasantville on the corner with the cookie cutter house. That's kind of, I saw her as a very Jane type of a girl. Now she is like, rah, she is pumping it out. She's doing double workouts, killing it. I see the transformation. So if I see it, ladies, your spouses and your men are seeing it. I promise. They are seeing it. We just don't communicate. We're horrible people. I'm a very big talker.
Horrible people.
We are. Guys are horrible at communication. I'm very good because I have the gift of gab and I can run my mouth, obviously, nonstop. When someone says you have nothing to say, when I say I'm speechless, it's pretty much impossible. We're hard at communicating things. Poke and pry, don't give up. When we give resistance, that's when the consistency needs to kick in. Not just working out. Don't give up and keep trying different angles. You are going to eventually find the connection on the circuit board. I promise. Have faith. If you had faith to marry them, if you have faith to still be with them, if you have faith to be dating or engaged to them, then you have faith in them following where you're going to lead. There's no way that someone that's thirsty isn't going to follow the guy with the water bottle. It's eventually going to happen. Okay? Be patient. Don't get angry when he doesn't want to work out. What are you doing with that anger? You're ruining your workout. You're killing your confidence, and you're probably going to kill your consistency because of him. But it's not any of your business. That's on him. Lead the way. Take it as the dinner bell. Back in the day, the wife would ring the dinner bell and everyone would come running. Am I right? Watch any old movie. Everyone would come running. If they didn't, she kept ringing the bell, right? Keep ringing the bell. They will eventually come. I promise. And if they don't, we've already talked about it. Adios. See you later. I'm going to the moon. Have fun down here because you're in this to better yourselves. Period. That's it. And one of the main things that Shakeology, personal development, and Beachbody will tell you, sometimes the closest ones to you are going to be your biggest doubters, and those are the ones you got to get out of your life. I just told Jenny this last night. She had no idea. For me to quit drinking, I had to stop putting us around certain people. She just realized, oh my God. Now, I didn't tell her my plan of action. I don't need to divulge that information. I had a goal. I didn't want to drink no more. So I made other options for us to do without causing friction. I said, hey, well, let's just go over here and do this. Now, deep down inside, it was because I knew I couldn't be around alcohol without drinking. But I needed to make that decision for myself. I had to lead the way, and she was going to follow. Now, if I would have told her, hey, I don't want to go over there because I'm drinking, in our household, we dive into temptation. But this was something so important to me, and I was such an alcoholic. I have such a bad problem. I can't just have one. One turns into another 9 months of nonstop drinking. My family deserves better. My community deserves better. My society, myself deserves better. But I had to lead the way. So if you've got to do conniving things, listen, it's okay to lead them if that's what the main goal is, a positive thing. If you have to say, I'm not going to drink so you don't drink, do it. How important is it to you that they get on board with you? That's my last question for you. And I want you to go back and talk with Jenny about it on Monday. How important is it to you that they get on board with you? Truthfully, how important is it? Don't tell me. Think about it. Ladies, thank you so much for the time. It's been amazing. Hopefully I answered questions, gave you tips, tricks, a lot of information, a lot of insight on guys. And like I said, if they've got a problem, send them my way. I'll set them just as straight. If they don't want me telling you, then they need to get their stuff straight. It's just as simple as that. We're looking for a healthy team, mind, body, and soul, men and women. I need them healthy for you to be healthy, to keep her healthy, because we're all one big circle. Okay, you're the warrior women. I've got the guys that I need making moves, and trust me, some are, some aren't. I get on those that aren't. I'm pretty tough. I'm a lot tougher than she is. I'm very blunt. My guys group, I don't play that stuff. I had a guy the other day, he's like, oh, but I can't. I said, if you ever use the word can't in this group again, it's like poison. Take that word out of your vocabulary, sir. Why can't you? Why can't you? Don't say why me, say try me. Ladies, have an amazing day. I gotta go practice. Wish me luck. We're gonna go wakeboard, get ready, enjoy, and we'll go live. Sorry if I said anything bad in front of the kids or anything like that, or hopefully I didn't ruffle too many feathers. If I did, it's hopefully you can take that and go wake them guys up. 9:30, there's no excuses. Everyone that's dealing with something bad, I wish you better. I will pray for you. A couple of you that I did say sorry to, I'm sorry from the male race or male species. Once again, we are not all perfect. I work harder on myself than 20 men. Okay, I'm not perfect, but I try every day to perfect at least one wrong thing. If that's with my wife, my life, or my family, we're all trying to be a better person at the end of the day, leaving a legacy. So tell them that they need to leave a better one. Bye, girls. I'll let Jenny finish it up.
Oh, goodness, ladies. Hopefully we don't end any marriages today. You guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. Actually, it's already 9:30, so we're gonna head out of here. But I appreciate you guys kind of listening to Mike and kind of taking a perspective from him. You know, take it all with a grain of salt. Know that like we're not males. We just don't always understand what's going on in their heads. But maybe if you can pick Mike's a little bit and he's willing to be an open book, maybe that can help you find a different route for getting your guy on board, or at least even just understanding like where they're coming from sometimes can help us be like, oh, it's like not about me. Like it took me this long to get here and it could possibly take him just as long to get where he needs to be. Like Mike was not ready when I was ready, right? Like I started this way before he ever came in and I never apologized about it. I continued to invite him. I continued to offer it to him. But there was a point where I was like, dude, I'm doing this. Like, this is what I'm doing. You can either sit there and watch me or you can get up and do it with me.
And like I told you girls earlier, don't get mad. She used to get pissed and it didn't help her out. It didn't help her workouts out. It didn't help anything out. There was a point when I actually was like, wait, she's not pissed. And I'd be like, I'm not gonna, no. She'd be like, you want to work out? I'm like, no, I'm okay. And she'd be like, okay. And I was like, wait, she's not mad.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, hold on.
But then that's when he wanted to. That's when he started to want to. He's like, wait, why doesn't she care anymore? Because I would literally just be like, hey, you want to work out? I'm going to work out. And he'd be like, no. And I'm like, whatever. It's like, okay. And then literally he was like, wait, she's not even, like, it was almost like he was like ready for the fight, you know?
Well, there was one morning actually through the work where we had, she woke up late, something like that. She was in a bad mood early. I had already been jamming out. And she went to go not work out with me. And guess what? I said, all right, screw you. I'm working out by myself. And I did. I got to the point where I said, I'm not waiting on you. You get over your attitude. I'm going to work out. So I came from not wanting to her not wanting to, and me saying, I don't even care if you work out with me. I did another program without her because it was now my lifestyle. It was no longer a choice. It was what I needed to do. That is a nice ring, Carrie.
I know. I kept seeing that picture too. I was like, dang.
Okay. She's like, I just got it clean. But yeah, I was resistant and then I switched to the other side. There will be a time, I told you, it's just a wire connection on that circuit board. It could make him better at video games if he plays video games. I don't know. Just keep searching, ladies.
Yeah.
But I gotta go back.
All right, ladies, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys maybe got a little insight or maybe even just one little tidbit of information about the males. And maybe if you didn't, then chalk it up as a day.
whatever, you know? Maybe you're not in a relationship, or maybe you don't have a problem with your relationship, or maybe this isn't even a thing for you. So it's totally fine as well. But I know that I got 3 messages during this meeting about how people were already thanking me. So I know that there's some people out there that definitely needed to hear this. So hopefully it helps. I think this is just scratching the surface, is how I feel. This is just scratching the surface of how do we get our spouses on board. I think that if we just stay consistent and we give it enough time, there's going to be a meeting where we all sit here going, wow, my husband's working out with me. Oh, look, it's actually happening. Oh, look, it's really working. And I'm living proof. Brooke is living proof. Tennille is living proof, right? Like, these husbands are finally starting to come around and work out with us, right? Like, it's happening. So be patient, continue working on you. And eventually there's going to be a point where they're looking at you going, holy shit, I better either catch up with her or I'm going to get left behind. That's pretty much bottom line. And if they love you and you can help them love themselves, they're going to rise to the occasion. Okay. So support them, right? Be like, you got it. You look amazing. Look at you. Oh, okay. All of that little stuff can really help. It really can. And it's so simple. So simple just to remember to love them. Right? So, all right, ladies. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed. What an awesome week, Tessa. I agree. What a good week. Such a cool kind of how Rachel and Dave led us into the week of relationship talk. That's kind of crazy to think of where we started at the beginning of the week and why we started talking about this to where we're at today in just 5 days of like talking about relationships and intimacy and all of this stuff. Like, how cool of a week it is. So if you missed anything this week, definitely make sure you go back and listen to those other videos. Cool. All right, ladies, tomorrow is yoga. Okay, tomorrow's yoga from 8 to 9, and then Sunday, no warrior hour. Just remember that. I'm going to keep repeating it. So I don't want anybody to message me, is there a warrior hour? I'll be like, no, I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping in on Sunday. That's my goal. All right, ladies, I hope you have a fabulous day. Thank you guys so much for everything. I really appreciate it. And I will talk to you guys later. Okay. Bye.
Yeah, if it doesn't come in the next 15 minutes, just call it a day.